5-point Pacers lead. Never led in the first half. Jaden Springer. And ball popped away, and it is taken by Indiana. And a heads-up play, another miss.
Partially blocked by Siakam, believe it or not.
Siakam. Toppin goes inside with a left hand. So the Pacers open the fourth quarter with a pair of baskets. Sexton misses. McConnell, shortest man on the floor with the rebound.
Got him in the corner if you want to go.
Mathurin wisely gave it back to Siakam.
Well, he was looking inside because Toppin had a mismatch. Oh.
Shepherd in trouble. Toppin to
Left-handed.
Siakam.
Left-handed.
7 of the fourth quarter and another block shot.
And another, they basically, it's not an offensive rebound, but they get to one on the offensive end before the Pacers.
And Sexton, a 21-point game. So too did the Indiana Mad Ants to the G League playoffs. Big games last night from Quentin Jackson, Johnny Furphy.
In the corner.
Another 3, Siakam. Kept alive by Shepherd.
Very good patience here. Very good patience. That's when you're...
Utah led by as many as 7. Dix.
Oh, look at him, McCollum! The entire energy and mentality of Rick Carlisle was telling him this should have got out of the way. And it was only because the Pacers didn't have a chance to get the ball. But, you know, when you pull it for your team, you pull it for everything. It bounced. So that's why I laughed at it.
Juzang, 5 of...
Anyway, he's out of bounds.
Mathurin drives on Mihailu, goes inside, and Mathurin has 12. Nearly had a pickoff there. Mihailu. And Siakam grabs the rebound. Played 3 minutes of the fourth quarter. Siakam right to the basket, lays it. This undermanned Utah team has battled in their 4th of 5 straight on the road. They've only got 4 games left after tonight.
And they're running out of energy. Just you keep attacking them, they'll give in because they're running out of energy.
And that's going to be a throw back in November.
What the Pacers started to do here in the fourth quarter. Experience, knows that you don't want to give up games like this. You talk about the magical number of 4. You don't want them to give up opportunities.
Well, the one thing the Pacers have done this year, they are 17-3 here at home against teams below 500.
Well, 500, right.
And 11-1 since January 1. And Sexton, Pacers win. Bring a friend to Penn Station after a Pacers win. Terry coupon to use in store at 5. Mathurin drives again, scores again. Quite a return to the lineup for Benedict Mathurin.
Off the top of this broadcast tonight was Tyrese Haliburton. He's getting steals. He's in the right position. Now, we discussed steals a little bit because sometimes you don't want to gamble, but he says we have to take advantage of his natural instincts, his positional size and length. You're seeing a lot of improvement on that end of the floor from Tyrese Haliburton.
I don't think there's any question. Christian, you and I have had this discussion for the better part of the second half of the season. And I think what you can attribute it to, as we all recall, he came back from the Olympics and he was just slow getting into things, so his body had to make the adjustment. It has done that, and I think really behind on the other side of the All-Star game have been good defensively because he's been able to pick up his intensity.
They've been a top 10 defensive team since the All-Star break. They are 15th in the NBA. That's a miss. The offensive rebound don't put in. They're shooting 70% in this second half. They are 21 of 30 from the field.
Effort's been much better.
Jarris Walker, free throw line. Turner, halfway mark of this fourth quarter. Indiana with a 14-point lead, 119-105. Into the corner, taken by Mathurin.
Get him to take another timeout. If you get Utah take another.
Big second half for Mathurin. Fires again. Misses. Collier the rebound.
Who's got him? Oh, take a couple more steps. Man, you got to get luggage on that.
That was a gallop.
Oh, no. You need luggage for that one.
Juzang.
Clean it up. You got Walker at the top.
Mathurin. And
And you're now in a game, and frankly, you may have to say, oh, shoot, this isn't practice. This is real.
121-105. Pacers by 16 halfway through the quarter.
Well, you got a different kind of McConnell, but you'll take it. Well, he was coming forward, was Mathurin.
I mean, he had that cranked and ready to go. Turner with his 6th rebound. The gas has almost run out for Utah.
Yeah, but you can definitely see cutting. Yeah, they used a lot of energy in that. It's not funny in that first quarter.
And they were very impressive as Collier scored. Have had some significant runs in this game to get back in it and then take the lead. We'll document those as Nesmith has come back in. And with a left hand, he got it in. 23-107.
Still looking at the McConnells. We had a 3-quarter McConnell earlier. It wasn't necessarily on out of bounds, but it was close.
Collier missed online at Pacers Team Store. Lineup of McConnell, Shepard, Turner, Walker, Nesmith. Baseline jumper.
Parallel to the baseline, the shot.
He's got 8 points and 7 assists tonight. He's 4 of 5 from the field. That is short.
Well, Chris, they're going to be short because these guys are running out of gas.
Yeah. Utah ends this road trip Sunday in Atlanta. Nesmith with another drive, rebound by Turner, and he's a great group of people that work each and every night here. And we at least have some opportunities in the first round of the playoffs, as you saw, to continue here on FanDuel Sports Network. And here's a steal.
Oh, come on. Come on. I'm sorry. That's just contact. Because you got to depend on a collision to get paid. No.
And that got away from McConnell, a steal, and a dunk by Collier.
He really is.
29th pick of the first round last summer out of USC. Pacers by 15, 127-112, approaching 3 minutes to play. Bryant in the corner, missed it. Juzang the rebound. The last thing that Rick Carlisle wants to do, and that's going to be over and back, and he won't have to worry now.
If they'd have made a basket, he was going to call a timeout.
Yeah.
Because he'll get a shot. But you don't think he'll get a shot in 2.5 minutes?
I'm hopeful he'll get a shot. 129-112. Update on the block shots, and I'm not sure we'll reach it now. 19. Back in 1979, the record. The Pacers have 16.
That was shortly after they got into the NBA.
Yeah, just a few years after. This is the 49th year in the NBA.
Great cut and solid.
At the half.
Yeah, you got to get TJ.
Final 2 minutes here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. A 27th win for the Pacers here at home.
And secured what you want to make sure you do from here is don't get anybody hurt. That's why you hurry up and get Bryant out of there. No offense to Bradley, but that's why, you got one TB for another TB. Whoa.
His first points of the night, his last 3 in double figures. And there's a strip here in the fourth. 77 second half points.
Yeah, but I think, partner, the big issue is they didn't allow the Jazz to score.
Yeah.
Because we talked about the defense.
And there's a
Where's first? Give it up. Give it up. Ooh. He got difference in him and his ability to have the guns. I say, me. And when you're this young, those are derringers.
And he's only 20 years old.
That's the other reason they only derringers. You don't get your man strength until you're about 23, 24. Great pass by the wall.
You're going to see this scored. It was a dominant second half, but for the better part of 2.5 quarters, this was a game. In fact, it was only a 4-point Pacers lead, 98-94 after 3.
It shows you how explosive the Pacers are.
Long rebound out to Juzang. And he throws it away. And
Lob! Oh, respect. The depth wore this Jazz team down. And Will Hardy's just told them, don't worry about it.
the Pacers scored 83 in the first half at Washington. They scored 83 in the second half tonight here at home against the Jazz. And 140